Hello guys, me again Chris, and di ba sa huling video ko I said, kukwento ko sa inyo na muntik na ako ma-scam, di ba? So I'm gonna tell you how it transpired, how it happened, kung anong bagong style ng mga scammers na to, okay? So before, when I was still in the BPO industry, I was working for this company and ang ATM namin or yung bank accounts namin was from Security Bank, okay? So back then, I availed the salary loan and I paid it off in full naman. So walang problema doon. Even after leaving the company, I paid it off. So wala akong utang talaga. I have all the email, all the documentation needed to prove that. Back in January 2000, ano pa yun eh? 2001, if I'm not mistaken, yung completely paid off na yung loan. All of a sudden, may kumontak sa akin. This was about August 26, Saturday. So, I was playing Red Dead Redemption on my PlayStation. All of a sudden, nag-ring yung phone ko. Nakita ko parang pinaring lang eh. Hindi siya matagal eh. Kasi kung matagal siya, masasagot ko. Pero pinaring lang. I normally don't answer calls din naman na hindi nakasave sa contacts ko. Pero right after my phone rang, I received this message. Sabi dun sa message, "Good afternoon." And he said my name, my full name. This is from Imus Police Station. Naka-blotter daw ako. Kailangan ko daw umattend ng hearing that day. Ngayon mismo, sabi ngayon, salamat po. So I kind of panicked. Kasi unang-una, bakit ako may blotter? What did I do? Diba? Wala na akong alam na ginagawa kong kalokohan. So, nag-message ako, sabi ko, blotter po tungkol saan. He did not respond. So, what I did was I called him and I asked ko ano yung problema. Sabi ko, wala akong na-receive na invitation or anything, yada yada yada. So, sabi niya, while we were talking on the phone, nasa barangay daw sila, humihingi daw sila ng tulong sa barangay para puntahan ako sa bahay. What's funny is, yung address na meron, sinasabi niya sa akin, was my old address before I moved out of the house. Now, with that said, I did not disclose that information muna. So sabi ko sa kanya, wala kami nare-receive. And what I did was, I sent a message to my dad and even to my nephew. And tinanong ko sila kung meron bang na-receive na kahit anong patawag for me. Wala naman daw. So, okay, all well and good. Sabi ko wala. And pinipilit nila na in-invite daw nila ako and I needed to talk to this lawyer. Ganyan. He told me to call a certain Maximo Fuentes na attorney daw, lawyer daw. And he gave me the number. So I called this guy and ang galing, very convincing yung acting nila. When I called him, he said, "Sino to? Tumatawag sa akin, hindi mo dapat ako kinakausap, dapat yung kliyente kong kinakausap mo." So, ayun nga, no, very convincing tong si supposed attorney na ba't ko daw siya tinatawagan, ba't ako dumidirekta. And then, he asked me, what's my name? Yada yada. One thing I noticed immediately, pareho sila ng background police. Hindi siya yung background na maingay. Tahimik siya. It sounded like they're in a room, very quiet, walang nagsasalita. And it felt the same way. Isip ko, kung nasa barangay yung police, it would have been much louder. For sure, mas maraming tao, mas maraming ambient noise, diba? Same with the attorneys. Meron pa siyang linyahan na na lalakad daw siya, buti na abutan ko siya and all that, bumbo jumbo. That they say. Now, eventually, when I told him my name, he responded in a way na parang alam niya yung problema ko. And then he told me na meron daw akong warrant na ipinapa-aresto niya na ako kasi meron daw akong utang na hindi ko binayaran. And paulit-ulit yung sinasabi yung line sa kaya kong patunay na pakinabangan mo yung utang mo. And I was very firm with him. Sabi ko, wala akong utang kasi I'm fully paid. Because I am. And I have all the documentation to prove that. And he kept saying hindi daw tinatanggap yung resibo sa korte, etc. etc. Hindi resibo, it's an email confirming from Security Bank confirming na fully paid ako. Wala akong kailangang bayaran. Sabi niya, may papel ka ba dyan? May certificate ka ba dyan? Pakita mo na lang sa mga police kasi kung wala maipakita ng certificate, dadamputin daw ako and magpapiyansa na lang daw ako ng 120,000 pesos. So to cut the story short, I told him no, kahit pumunta sila ngayon, papakita ko yung email kasi yun yung proof ko. Sabi, hindi daw pwede yan, ganyan-ganyan. Basta he was pushing on the fact na makukulong daw ako. He kept saying that, napansin ko during the conversation, na makukulong ako and magpiyansa na lang ako. So what I did was, sige, sabi ko, I'll call the police. I'll let him know na meron akong proof na bayad ako, na wala akong kaso. So I called the policeman. Ngayon, sabi ng police, sir, makukulong ka din. Same lines. Makukulong ako and I need to talk to the attorney. Makiusap ako kung pwede daw akong mahingi ng certificate of desistance. If I'm not mistaken, yung sabi niya. And so I did. I called the supposed attorney again, yung si Maximo Fuentes na to. ako. And I asked him, sabi nung police na tumawag sa akin to contact you to ask for certificate of desistance. So, sabi niya, ako, hindi kita bibigyan ng certificate of desistance unless mabayaran mo yung utang mo, ganun. Sabi ko, magkano ba sinasabi mong utang ko? Sabi niya, 30K daw. Sabi ko, listen, unang-una wala akong utang, so ba't ako magbabayad ulit? It doesn't make any sense. Ito pa nakakatawa, yung boses ng attorney, halatang praktisado. He sounds like Batas Mauricio. If familiar kayo dun sa show ni Ben Tulfo, he has this attorney, si Batas Mauricio. Kung di ako nagkamali yung name niya, he sounds like him. Tapos may mga linya pa siya na, batas ng bahala, humusga sa'yo, ganyan-ganyan, kaya kong patunayan na pinakinabangan mo, and all that. So, I was getting kind of angry, huwag niyo akong ganyanin. Unang-una, ba't niyo kayo ipapakulong? Wala akong kaso. Wala akong tinatakbuhan. Sabi niya, nag-escalate daw sa staffa kasi nga daw, hindi ko sinasagot yung patawag ng korte. Sabi ko, wala naman nagpatawag sa akin. So, kung meron, pupunta ako, hindi ko tatakbuhan yan. Kasi nga, binayaran ko yung utang ko binayaran ko yung loan. So, there's no reason for me to avoid you people. Tapos sabi niya, hindi, kailangan mong bayaran. Sabi ko, sige, saan ko babayaran? Sabi, sa Pasig RTC daw. Sabi, isip-isip ko, utang ko sa bank, sa Pasig RTC ko babayaran. Okay, weird. Pero sige, I'll play along. Sinakyan ko siya. Tapos sabi niya, kaso pag maabutan ka ng pulis sa daan, dadamputin ka, makukulong ka na sigurado. Sabi ko, ganun ba? Sige, wait lang po, tatawagin yung pulis. Tinawag ko yung pulis, sabi ko, saan ba yung presinto niyo? Pupuntahan ko kayo para kausapin. And dito ako nagtaka. Yung reaction ng pulis pa lang, naku sir, pag nagpunta kayo dito, kukulong na namin kayo, ganyan. At the back of my head, I was thinking, if I'm a person na wanted, di ba dapat di mo ako kukontakin to let me know na pupunta kayo? Pangalawa, nag-offer na akong pagpunta ba't tayo mo akong tanggapin? Ba't sasabihan mo ako na makukulong ako pag pupunta ako? Ba't kailangan mo akong takutin? Diba? So, I told him na, hindi, pupunta ako sa inyo kung may pag-usap kasi papakita ko yung proof ko. Sabi, naku sir, hindi kasi tatanggapin yung proof. And doon ako nag-doubt talaga na parang sabi ko, parang scripted. So, I called the supposed attorney again. And then, I told him, ano bang kailangan kong gawin para matigil to? Sabi, gumano pa siya, hi nako Mr. Blank, yung pangalan ko, buong pangalan ko. Sabi niya, ganito, pagbibigyan kita. Kahit bayaran mo lang kalahati nung utang mo, yung sinasabi niyang 30K daw, bayaran ko daw 15K sa GCash ng sekretary niya. Doon ko daw ipapadala. Doon ako nag-isip na, holy shit, alam mo yun, parang obviously this is a scam. Pero syempre, at the back of my mind, kinakabahan ako kasi yung word na makukulong ka, it's terrifying. Diba? Siya, ninisip ko yung family ko. What's gonna happen kung makulong ako? Matakbo siya sa isip ko. There's fear, but then again, there's this hint na niloloko ko ng taon to. Tapos binigay niya sa akin yung details. And I checked yung GCash account. Pareho sila last name Pareho sila last name. So it could be the same person na iba lang yung pangalan ng first name na ginamit. Parang Fuentes yung last name nga. Tapos yung F. So probably Fuentes. And yung first name starts with an A. So inisip ko, secretary, pero pareho kayo ng initials or at least last name na initial. Okay, sige, I'll play along. And then, a little later, nag-message ako dun sa police. Sabi ko, kausap ko na attorney, may kailangan lang akong isettle, ganyan-ganyan. Hindi siya sumagot. What I did during that time was I informed my family kung ano yung nangyayari. But if anything happens to me, ganito, may tumawag. Kunento ko, gumawa pa ako ng video explaining everything. Tapos ang ginawa ko rin was I called the barangay, yung barangay namin. I asked, napunta bang police dyan na nagpapatulong sa inyong pumunta dito sa bahay ko? And sabi nung taga-barangay, sir, maghapon ako dito, wala nagpunta dito kahit sino. So, okay, sige. And I started calling yung mga this is just really disappointing. Sorry pero I started calling yung mga hotlines ng Imus Police Station dito sa Google. Walang nasagot So, it was disappointing na wala akong makausap na police. No one was answering. And it's bothering me up until now na ganun kahirap kumontak sa kanila. But I don't know, maybe it's Google's fault. Siguro mali yung number or outdated. Pero nag-ring So, doon ako nagtataka. That's a tangent. Pero going back to the main story, nag-message sa akin yung police. Sabi sa akin, pinapa-arresto na po kayo nung attorney. Pinapa-dapo tayo. Sabi ko, sige. Sabi ko, ganito, tumatawag ako sa headquarters niya, wala naman nasagot Hindi na siya nag-reply after that. Ngayon si attorney, Maximo Fuentes, nag-message siya sa akin. Sabi niya, bibigyan niya hanggang 4:30 PM to pay yung 15K nga. Tapos meron siyang line na ulit-ulit na sinabi. I remember the first time I called him, ang unang text niya sa akin was, wag mong sabihin di kita binigyan ng chance pag nahuli ka at nakulong ka, magpiyansa ka na lang, on the way na daw sila, salamat. That was his first message. Now, yung last message niya sa akin, exactly the same message. Wag mong sabihin di kita binigyan ng chance pag nahuli ka at nakulong makulong ka, magpiyansa ka na lang, on the way na daw sila, salamat. Tulad ng sinabi ko, kaya kong patunayan sa koto na nagamit at napakinabangan mo ang utang mo. He's using that same damn line. So parang, if you're an attorney, would you really do that? If you're an attorney, would you really call? Ba't di mo padala ng email? Ba't di mo padala ng suit? Ba't di ka makipag-meet up? Diba? It wasn't making any sense. Parang I was starting to lean towards the fact na baka scam nga to. But I wanted to be sure. So, to cut the story short, hindi ko sila binayaran. I didn't send them the money that they're asking for. I contacted yung company ko before. They told me to block the number. They're not sure kung sino yung mga yon. Yung security bank, saktong-sakto kasi Sabado sila nag-contact. So, no one's gonna respond to my emails. Diba? So, nag-email pa rin ako security bank and I received a response nung Monday and they told me na wala kasi fully paid ako. There's no reason for anyone to contact me about that. And ito pa nakakatawa pala, yung attorney, he kept repeating the phrase na hindi ako babayaran ng security bank na 12,000 something na fee kung wala akong kaso. He kept saying that parang he was really trying to convince me that he was a real attorney and that it's security bank was hounding me about this alleged loan na wala naman. Yun nga, sabi ng security bank, wala silang they asked for the details. I even sent them screenshots ng conversations sa texts. Unfortunately, hindi ko na-record yung calls kasi walang ganong feature yung phone ko. But I sent them everything. I narrated the whole story and they told me to block the numbers. Hindi nila kilala yun. They're not associated with them. They will escalate it to the proper department, kumbaga. What I find sad is, ang dami-dami kasing and I'm not trying to make security bank look bad. Yung manakausap ko doon, they were great. They were very responsive and supportive. Nakatakot na kasi sobrang dami. Since company ko before, sobrang daming scam attempts sa mga security bank holders. Na it's sad to see na parang hindi, alam mo yun, it's very ironic, security bank, pero yung information namin doesn't seem secure. How did these people know all my details? Yung fact na nagkaroon ako ng loan, alam mo yun, how did they know that? And pati yung mga office mates ko before, na alam nila yung details, tetry silang scamming over the phone. How? Diba? Someone's obviously leaking this information to these scammers, kung syndicates man sila, I don't know. But it's sad that it happens. And I wanted to spread awareness just in case may maloko. I think someone shared a post sa Facebook sa akin asking if it's similar. And I want everyone to know tong bagong modus na to. Papanggap silang police and attorney. They know your details. They know the details of the transactions nyo with the bank. Trust me, they do. And you just have to be smart about it. Keep your head cool, although I'm guilty. Hindi ako cool noon. I was totally panicking kasi nga, syempre, who wants to go to jail? Especially if alam mong wala kang kasalanan. I found that very unfair. Doon ako nagpapanik and nagagalit noon. Pero you have to stay cool, check all the information, tawagan niyo yung police station, kailangan yung barangay, tawagan niyo kailangan. If bukas ang bangko, tawagan niyo or at least try to contact them. Sinakto nila ito sa weekend So probably kung kikilos to mga to, they will do it on weekends wherein you can't talk to anyone from the bank. Okay? So just take note of that. In case these people try to contact you, hindi ko bibigay yung phone numbers na lang nila kasi due to data privacy. Kahit scammer sila, I still follow the Data Privacy Act. Pero yung pangalan na binigay niya was Maximo Fuentes. He sounds like Batas Mauricio. Try to listen to Batas Mauricio's voice. Ganun yung boses niya. And I hope this video helps out some people out there. And, just be ready pag may mga ganitong klaseng manloloko na mag-try mag-contact sa inyo. Okay? Ako, personally, nanghingi na ako ng certificate sa security bank. I just need to pick it up dun sa branch. Just in case these people try to scam me again. Okay? So, I suggest you guys do the same. So, yun lang for this video. Sorry, medyo mahaba, but I wanted to make sure I cover all the details para din aware kayo and you'd know what to do. Okay? So, again, it's me, Chris. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And one last thing pala, yung police officer ko, when he answers the phone, he answers, Imus Police Station, how may I help you? Ganon yung style niya. So, they're really playing the part. So, be careful about that.